Hola, ahora estamos con Lost in Random. Y vamos a empezar la partida. Bueno, siempre he ido a empezar la partida. Vamos con Triena.
I've got cars to trade. Don't you want to follow suit? I know you do.
Tiene cartas para intercambiar. A ver, 170. No, quería la de 190, me parece. De 12 desbloqueadas. No sé, la voy a guardar. Ahí va, vuelven a salir. A ver, encima de la campana. ¡Anda! No, o sea, que si salgo del juego vuelvo a abrirlo, me vuelven a salir todas. ¿Qué fantasía es esta? ¿Por dónde ir? Vamos por donde estaba el soldado. Este no sabe dónde está el niño. Callejón de sal si puedes. A ver, no se dice nada. Aquí había otra aquí. O eso que no lo ha guardado, que también puede ser. Los 220. A ver este.
Alive? I thought I saw one running around here recently. A young lad, boxy clothing. Can't rightly say, unfortunately. But you'd better find him quick, before the Shadow Man does.
Antes de que lo haga el Coco.
Everyone knows about the Shadow Man, child. Especially children out all alone.
Joder. Señor. A ver este.
Kids never run around here unsupervised. That's what the Shadow Man ensures. All I know is that if a kid's missing, the Shadow Man's probably got him. As well they should. You should be afraid, child.
Que viene el Coco. Ah, mira, a ver.
Leave me alone. I'm busy. Well, good luck with that, stranger. If there's a kid running around unattended, the Shadow Man probably has him by now. Oh, you really are in over your head. Oh, you are clever, but I don't know him. Nobody does. If you stay a spell, all Margarine Took can tell you about him. The Shadow Man. He was born in the time of the first nightmare, and he lives on to this day. But not like you or I. He lives in the walls of Mulgrew Alley, and he can always see you, but you can only see him when it's dark. Snuff out the lights in Mulgrew Alley, and you'll find him there, waiting. But be warned, child. It may be the last thing you see. If he were merely a ghost, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Goodbye. I do not think we will see each other again.
Qué golera. Más para abajo de callejón. ¿Y aquí? 4 de luces de farola. Voy a seguir bajando.
You want to know about the Shadow Man?
A ver.
You want to know about the Shadow Man? The Shadow Man comes when 19th day. He'll come and take your child away. And you might cry, and you might pray. But the Shadow Man comes when 19th day. He don't like shine, and he don't like sun. He'll come out the walls when the daylight's done. Snuff out Muddy Grow Alley's lights. Then you best run, for the last night of the Shadow Man has begun. Sounds to me like you're fixin' to go see him. I wouldn't thank me just yet.
Vale, se supone que debo de apagar las luces que están aquí en el callejón este. La farola. Pero... a ver... ¿yo? ¿No puedo? Ah, desde aquí sí. ¿Me marca o no? A ver. Claro, estos son los caramelos del niño, a ver. Pues vamos a la farola a apagar la luz. A ver. Hay un pulsador. $300 monedas. Otro pulsador. Ahí ya la puse. A ver. Tiene que haberse al revés, ¿no? Era como subo. Hay un... al revés, ¿no? Vale. Eso lo he descubierto que se hace con el gatito. Pero ¿cómo subo? No, era yo la que debía estar allí, vale. A ver, espera. Sí. Vale. Que soy un poco retardada.
Even suddenly felt like she was being watched. And to tell you the truth, I did too.
Entonces... aquí. Sale de aquí. Pero no quiero que se quede ahí. Ahora ya. Debería haber ido a las cartas primero, pero bueno. El coco.
Are you the Shadow Man?
I have many names, little one.
Okay, fair enough. Have you seen a little boy? About yay high?
Let me think. This one.
Oh, wow, even is that you? I'm so glad to see you. Can you believe I'm stuck? Let him out!
Debería haber ido a comprar las cartas.
Haven't you heard the bedtime stories? I'm what flowers bump in the night. I'm what comes for children when they roam a little too far from home. This is what I do. Or what I used to do anyway. Before this silly war. That may be true, but there is another truth. That if you're not afraid now, you'll soon learn to be. He's mine now. I won't be letting him go. I believe you'd call that leverage. You'd think you'd know not to insult someone who's holding all the cards. Or in this case, children. Besides, you don't have what I need. Nothing you have, child. And I suspect nothing you can bring me. That remains to be seen. But perhaps you're right. I want the same thing all of us want here. Peace. I want the triplets' war to end. I care about being feared. Before this war, I was the most terrifying thing in the world of random. Children would be afraid to whisper my name in case I came for them. And often I did. But people only truly fear things that move in the dark during peace. During war, they are surrounded by greater threats all day long. And so nobody fears the Shadow Man anymore. Life is a greater horror. And they have overindulged, forgotten me. If you want me to give you Bernard, then I want you to change that. I don't care how. I don't care about anything even, except being feared by everyone again. I've watched you. I know you're a dice wielder. Silence! Don't insult me with your dirty lies. They may work on the living, but you can't deceive the Shadow Man. You alone carry the power to affect the arenas and those giant robots. Figure it out, or you will never see your precious Bernard or any other child I choose to take again. Without peace, there will be no boy, no hope, and you will never see your sister again. For you, there are currently more important questions at stake. Go, even. Bernie's fate rests on your tiny shoulders, and my hunger won't be held at bay forever.
To save Bernard from the wretched Shadow Man, Even had to end Freedom's civil war. It was a hard task, an impossible task, but she wasn't going to let her friend die. The first thing she needed was information. Perhaps some of the locals would be willing to share what they knew.
Tengo que averiguar sobre la guerra. A ver. Ya os voy comprando las cartas. A ver, ¿habrá salido de aquí? Ay, no, este era el cuadro de luces. Y no. Siempre tampoco habla. Tampoco. Un momento. Es el que va andando, el que creo que va... Nada. Este menos. Nada.
That poor woman. Have you seen Nishka? That poor woman. Completely mad.
Se la he visto, ¿no? La que estaba aquí. Está guardando. Ah, ahora está ahí arriba. ¿Qué pasa, mujer? Pero voy a ver el de las cartas. Eh. 320. Vale. 120 voy a coger. Pero es que este dice que va muy despacito. $135, la del coco. El coco, loco. Ya no puedo comprar la del dado. Y cosaido. ¿Cuál es la más? Esta. 160. ¿Suerte, riesgo o suerte? De suerte tengo alguna, riesgo. Bueno, me ha tocado una que no tenía, ¿no? Me ha tocado esta. Que es un viejo cañón de la guerra sin dados, entra en escena, dispara flechas ácidas. Desaparece pasados 30 segundos. Ostras, que mola este, ¿no? Ahora son 145 monedas. No tengo. Mi baraja. Mi baraja es elixir curativo, mana afortunada, espada triple. Bomba. Dados suertudos, cepo ralentizador, abrazo de croana, cristales malditos, máster de partida, la mano del rey. Anda, se me ha puesto la sombra del coco. Sí, se ha puesto la sombra del coco. 15 de 15. Voy a jugar con estas, pero no... Claro, esta entonces... Esta no está. Ah, sí, mana afortunada y 2. Que son gemas. La de doble o nada es una fantasía. Ataque relámpago. Yo creo que voy con esas cartas. Las cartas sobre la mesa. A ver, este también tiene...
If I could see her again, I'd tell her that I miss her. That's all. It's silly, but you never think of the people you care about until they're no longer in your life.
Es que... Me acuerdo que me dijo ese.
You, I remember you. We've spoken before, haven't we? No, I don't remember much, and I'm sorry. What did you want? Oh, with the children. The 3 children. They... Well, something happened. There were sounds from his chambers. Was someone with him? I was his bodyguard, and I ran to look, and he was supposed to be sleeping, but... I'm sorry, It was such a shame, such a... I'm sorry, I forgot what we were talking about. Hello? Do I know you? The children of the king. Such beautiful babies. They grew up into such wonderful young men and women. The Duke, the Baroness, and the Count. Such a gift. The entire royal court was so... The court was so... I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't remember.
Ostras, 1-1. Háblame del conde.
He's paranoid, capricious, and fearful. But his heart's in the right place. He once accused me of trying to assassinate him just because I tried to get him to finish his vegetables. We all had a lovely laugh about it later. Or at least, I think we did. She's tough as nails. Tough as cannons, really. Duty-bound and haughty, but she can back it up. And woe be to those who cross her. She once aimed a cannon at me to stop me from giving her a bath. The only thing that impresses her is war. I wouldn't call him a glutton for life, more of a bon vivant. He loves all the finer things. He's baroque, decadent, you might say spoiled, but I'd say he's really more cultured. He once told me his goal was to eat every animal in the kingdom, all in one single dish. He achieved it a week later, and said the dish was as delicious as it was disappointing. Oh, that's very nice. You're a nice young lady. I'm sorry. I'm afraid that these days I don't remember things as well as I used to. I have moments where I can see things so clearly, and then poof. But there have been times where an object reminds me of things, holding an important artifact that reminds me of a person or an event. That could bring it all back. Can you find these objects for me? One for each triplet. That could bring it all back. Oh, and if you could find the murder weapon that killed the king, I could remember that too. I feel certain of it. I'm sorry, find what? What were we talking about? Oh, if only I could remember.